Hello YouTube, Luke here again. This is the deck recipe and profile for the 5 Archetype deck that I just used yesterday. So start off with 21 monsters, 3 Brotherhood, the 5 is Bear, Coach Soldier Wolfbark, 3 Evilswarm Thunderbird, 2 Green Gadgets, 2 Machina Fortress, 3 Machina Gearframe, 2 Red Gadget, 3 Traptrix Myrmeleo, and 2 Yellow Gadget. And we got 11 spells. Moon, 2 Fire Formation Tenki, 2 Forbidden Lands, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, and 3 Pot of Duality, 8 Traps, Bottomless, Trap Hole, Compulsory, 2 Fiendish Chain, 2 Mirror Force, Solemn Warning, and Torrential Tribute. And extra deck is Abyss Dweller, Brotherhood the 5 is Tiger King, Bujintei Kagutsuchi, Daigusto Emeral, Diamond Direwolf, Evigishki Merrowgeist, Fairy King, Albverdich, Gagaga Cowboy, Gear Gigant X, Gemini Pearl, Lavalval Chain, Maestroke, Symphony, Djinn, Number 50, Black Shippercorn, Photon, Papal Operative, Steel Swarm, Roach. Start off with, as it says, 5 different archetypes. So I've got Fire Fist, Evilswarm, Machina, Gadget, and Traptrix in there. So, 3 Brothers, 5 Fist Bear. Once per turn, when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can set 1 Fire Formation spell card directly from your deck. Once per turn, you can send 1 face-up Fire Formation spell trap card you control to the graveyard, then target 1 monster on the field, destroy that target. So Tenki is the card we have for it. And we also have the Wolfbark here. You can target 1 level 4/5 Beast Warrior type monster in your graveyard. Special summon it in face-up defense position. Its effects are negated. You can only use the effect of Coach Soldier Wolfbark once per turn. So that special summons this guy and you overlay them. That's how it works. 3 Evilswarm Thunderbird. During either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated, except during the damage step, you can banish this card you control. During the next standby phase, return this card banished by this effect to the field, and if you do, it gains 300 attack. You can only use the effect of Evilswarm Thunderbird once per turn. You would have seen me how I actually protected this guy from one of those, I think it was Naga, one of the reptilian monsters. I attacked with it, and before its attack went to 0, you banish it, comes back, and then it goes to 1950. That's not a bad card at all. 2 Red Gadget. When this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Red Gadget from your deck to hand. That's what the gadgets do. They add each other 1 from the deck to hand. Nothing too fancy about them, but they're Machina Fortress targets as well. I mean, they're just plus, really. So Machina Fortress, you can discard machine type monsters whose total levels equal 8 or more. That includes this card as well. You can discard this one and that if you want to, and that's special summoner. And special summoner from your hand or graveyard. So basically, if this card's in the graveyard, you can discard monsters that equal 8 or more. Special summon from the graveyard, or if it's your hand, you can discard 8, including itself, and then just special summons itself. Now, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy that target. And before resolving an opponent's monster's effect that targets this face-up card, look at your opponent's hand and discard 1 card from hand. So it's a pretty strong monster, 2500. If it's destroyed by battle, you can destroy a card yourself. And of course, if it's targeted by a monster's effect, you can discard a card from your opponent's hand. 3 Machina Gearframe. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 Machina monster from your deck to your hand. So that's set Machina Gearframe, so that's this card. Now, once per turn, you can either target 1 machine type monster you control, equip this card to that target, or unequip it. The card and special summon it in face-up attack position. Monster can only be equipped 1 union monster at a time. If the equipped monster would be destroyed, destroy this card instead. So you can equip this card to your Machina and protect it once. Red Gadget, that one adds Yellow Gadget to hand. 3 Traptrix Myrmeleo. This card is unaffected by the effects of whole normal trap cards. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 whole normal trap card from your deck to your hand. When this card is special summon, target 1 spell trap card your opponent controls through the target. So I should have put a couple of trap holes in my Nightmare or something like that. I only had the Bottomless for it to target. Yeah, anyway. Yellow Gadgets, they add Green Gadget from your deck to your hand. So the monsters. Moon, target a face-down monster on the field, change that target to face-down defense position. Depending on the situation, there are many uses for this card. Fire Formation Tenki is when this card is activated, you can add 1 level 4 or lower Beast Warrior type monster from your deck to your hand. So that's your 5 Fist Bear or your Coach Soldier Wolfbark. And all Beast type Warrior monsters you control gain 100 attack while it's on the field, and you can only use 1 per turn. Forbidden Lance, target one face-up monster on the field. Until the end phase, that target loses 800 attack, but it's unaffected by the effects of other spell or trap cards, so it can be used a couple of different ways to protect your monster, or you can even lower it to another monster's attack. Green Gadget Space Typhoon, target one spell trap card on the field, destroy the target. I try and have 3 in every deck. Pot of Duality, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add one of them to your hand, then shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only activate 1 Pot of Duality per turn. You cannot special summon during the turn you activate this card. I don't really special summon a lot with this deck, so this is a pretty good choice for it. Bottomless Trapple, this is your Myrmeleo search. When your opponent special summons a monster with 1500 or more attack, destroy that monster as well. With 1500 more attack, and if you do, banish it instead of sending it to the graveyard, so it's not a bad card. If your opponent summons multiple cards at once, banish them all. Target one monster from the field, return to the hand is compulsory of activation device. It's really good against synchro monsters, exceed monsters, get rid of annoying cards for this one. Fiendish Chain, activate this card by targeting one effect monster in the field. Its effects are negated, also it cannot attack. When it is destroyed, destroy this card. So this is how I stop monster effects by my opponent. Also stops them attacking, which is pretty good. 2 Mirror Force, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy or attack position monster your opponent controls. It's good protection. Solemn Warning, when a monster would be summoned, or when a spell trap card or monster effect that is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, pay 2000 life points to negate this summon or activation if you do destroy that card. So it's only at 1 these days. It was a very good card, not bad at all. And Torrential Tribute, when a monster is summoned, destroy all monsters on the field, so you can stop your opponent from swarming. Anyway, extra deck, we got the Abyss Dweller here, 2 level 4 monsters. While this card has an Exceed material attached to that was originally water, or water monster you control gain 500, including this card. Once per turn, during the other player's turn, you can detach 1 material from this card. Any card effects that activate in your opponent's graveyard cannot be activated this turn, so that stops a lot of stuff. It's not a bad card to use. I try and have one in every deck that doesn't rank 4 summonings. Brotherhood of the 5 is Tiger King. It's 2 level 4 Beast Warrior type monsters. When this card is Exceed Summon, you can target 1 set 5 formation spell trap card directly from your deck. Now once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate the effects of all face-up effect monsters currently on the field except Beast Warrior types. Till the end phase of your opponent's turn. Now when this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can send 3 5 formation spell trap cards you control to the graveyard, special summon 2 level 4 lower Beast Warrior type monsters with the same attack from your deck and face up attack. That's more for the 5 fist builds. That one, but it's not bad anyway. You can set Tenki, and you can also negate monsters effects. Kagutsuchi, 2 level 4 Beast Warrior type monsters. When this card is Exceed Summon, send the top 5 cards of your deck to the graveyard, or your entire deck in place of the 5. Also, this card gains 1000 attack for each Bujin card sent to the graveyard. Got no Bujin in this one. But if a Bujin Beast Warrior type monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach 1 material from this card instead of destroying it. You can only control 1 Kagutsuchi, so yeah, you can just protect this guy a couple of times. Daigusto Emeral, 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, then activate one of these effects. Target 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle all 3 into the deck, then draw a card, or target 1 non-effect monster in your graveyard, special summon it. I didn't summon this guy, but that's an okay effect at times. We got Diamond Direwolf. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card, target 1 Beast Warrior, or Wing Beast type monster you control, and 1 other card on the field, destroy them as it's like a 2000 attack. It's a rank 4 Scrap Dragon, basically. Merrowgeist is after damage calculation. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can detach 1 material from this card, shuffle the destroyed monster back into the deck, and send it into the graveyard. I don't think I've ever played this guy before, summoned him before, but I just put him in there. He's a situational card. Albverdich, 2 level 4 Earth monsters because we got plenty of them. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card. All non-Earth monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense. So you can be helpful at times. Gagaga Cowboy is 2 level 4 monsters. Like everything else. Just about. Anyway, once per turn you can detach material from this card, apply this effect depending on this card's battle position. Attack position, if this card attacks an opponent's monster this turn, it gains 1000 attack and the opponent's monster loses 500 attack during the damage step, so you can get over powerful monsters. Or defense position, inflict 800 damage to your opponent. You probably see me do the defense position thing a lot, it's a winning condition. Gear Gigant X is 2 level 4 machine type monsters. Once per turn you can detach 1 material from this card, add 1 level 4 lower machine type monster from your deck to your hand, from your deck or graveyard to your hand, sorry. And when this card leaves the field, you can target 1 level 4 3 lower Gear Guy monster graveyard special summon. We don't have the Gear Guy monsters, but it adds machine type monsters. We got plenty of them. Gemini Pearl's just the 2600 beater. Lavalval Chain, 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn you can detach material from this card, activate 1 of these effects. Send 1 card from your deck to the graveyard, or choose 1 monster from your deck and place on top of your deck. So it's depending what you want to do, it's situational times, but you can send maybe like a bear to the graveyard and then use your Wolfbark or whatnot, or just choose a monster, any monster you want to put on top, so you get it next turn. Maestroke is once per turn you can detach a material from this card, then target 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls and change it to face-down defense position. And if a Djinn Exceed monster you control would be destroyed, you can detach 1 material from that monster instead. There we go. So it can protect and can put things face down, get over big monsters if they have less than 1800 defense. Flagship Corn, once per turn you can detach 1 material from this card, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls with attack less than or equal to this card's attack, send it to the graveyard. If you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. This card cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. This is a good card. So you can basically do up to 2000 damage with this card and just get rid of annoying monsters times. Really good card. Purposeful and Papilloperative, you can detach material from this card and target 1 defense position monster on the field. Change it to a face-up attack position, and if you do it, loses 600, so you can do a lot of damage with this card. Steel Storm Roach is during either player's turn when a level 5 or higher monster would be special summoned, you can detach material from this card, negate the special summon, and if you do, destroy it. And yes, that's it. For the 5 Archetype deck, that was requested by Tails with a few numbers at the end of it. But anyway, until next time, thank you all for watching and see you again soon.